What's going on, lads? It's Mini here, and welcome to Mini Thoughts. I can't not get the idea of thoughts out of my head. Hopefully I remember to put that extra word in editing. Hope y'all doing well. I've had a very interesting last week, so I've written down a lot of stuff from what I had from the last video that was kind of like extra because I had a lot written down for thoughts because I hadn't done it for a while. And then camp happened. Oh my god. So I'm gonna quickly run through the camp part first because holy shit. I have little videos that I'm going to show you during this, and I'm just going to kind of talk over, show you little clips, photos, everything. So the camp went on. I went from the 14th to the 18th. It started on the 15th. So the entire way through, and the idea was a gamer camp. A gamer camp, never been done before. Hopefully. I don't think it's ever been done before. But the idea is I would reach out to a lot of you guys. If you watch my videos, you've seen me like, sort of shout out Camp 17 and whatnot. So the idea was basically saying, like, you know, if you want to come along to summer camp, I'll be the camp counselor, and we can just chill and hang out together. And the idea was we get able to play games together. Like there was Mario Kart there, speedrunners, we had an Overwatch table. It was sick. So I've never been to a summer camp in my life, so I had no idea what to expect out of this. And I got there, and I'm gonna show this little video. I walked over to the campfire where they were all just chilling and waiting for me to come over. And as I was walking over, if you listen to this clip very closely, I'll just stop talking for a second.
What happened to get to this point?
That was the first experience of me at camp, and it was nuts. I was like, what the hell is going on? And I got in there, and it was just so welcoming. Like, the fact that a lot of people were wearing, like, my merch, and then because Terrorizer, basically, I do work, they were coming along to the camp as well. A lot of people were wearing their merch and whatnot. It was just unreal. And during the few days, I was able to hang out with them, talk to them, get to know them kind of one-on-one, whatever questions they had asked and whatnot, they were able to ask me and help them whichever way they wanted. Those game sessions, did archery, there was a rock climbing wall, they did an aqua park, which is basically like an obstacle course on water, which was sick, which I nearly broke my ankle on because I slipped off. And also, because everyone was meant to keep going around this aqua park. I'll show this picture of me diving because I love it. But the idea was you keep going around and going around and going around. Because everyone was kind of there to kind of say hi to you and whatnot, it all just kind of bunched up in one spot. So I kept getting like rugby tackled off the side into the water, and I would get up and get rugby tackled off again, just throwing people everywhere. It was so much fun. That, and as well is we did like canoeing, kayaking. There was like paddle boarding and whatnot with little mini games during there. There was a barbecue. Then we did like a meet and greet whenever Brian and Marcel came. So I'll just show you because it's better to watch rather than listen. So I tried to take as much as I could. So just enjoy this a little bit. I'll be back in a second.
There we go. This is Camp 17. 3, 2, 1. Say hi, everyone.
So sunset, green drop.
I was thinking of Long Island iced tea.
We're all hiding behind the couch.
Just our heads.
Now, my knees are bad because of the accidents. Hold on. I'm about to get super close to Marcel more than I ever thought I was gonna. Oh no, that's not far.
Guys, 3, 2. Perfect. 3, 2. Perfect.
You have an amazing last name.
That's not actually last name. I legally changed my last name to Thompson. I was like,
Yeah, so camp was sick. It was memorable. It was honestly one of the better experiences of my life. Being able to meet people who've traveled, some people traveled from Australia, Denmark, just to come and say hi and be a part of this camp. Absolute middle of nowhere, Wisconsin. It was humbling. You don't understand the feeling of like me being on stage. I remember there was a Q&A session, which was meant to last 20-30 minutes. I kept going for an hour and a half. Just because it ended up turning into like an improv comedy show. And it was the funniest thing. Kids in the crowd trying to heckle me. I was PG roasting them because I couldn't swear. It was amazing. And I would do it again in a heartbeat. That was camp. I just want to kind of rattle that off. Seriously, thank you to the people over at Mills and Camp 17 for putting that together, because you guys are phenomenal. The camp counselors who are around there as well, and people who put that together were just incredible, generous, just heartwarming people. So thank you for making that experience just extremely memorable for me. But on to the, I guess, regular programming of this weird little shit show I like to call Mini Thoughts. First one, I'm gonna do this one. So this is a funny one. This is one, okay, again, if you're kind of like a little younger, you're not gonna understand this. Who remembers Beyblades? Beyblades, I don't know how to explain it. You got like this little weird spherical type dealio on a little point, and you used to like put like a cable inside it, pull it out, and it used to just spin around like crazy. And you put it in this dome, and you watch these two Beyblades fight each other. And so, yeah, they get upgrades, like metal upgrades, or little things you can put on the side or on top to make it heavier, lighter, whatever you want. There was a whole big thing about Beyblades, and I loved it. And whenever the craze first kind of really happened, I lived in Singapore. And the reason I wanted to bring this up, because I only kind of realized what happened recently, and that's how I explain it. So, in the school that I was at Tangland Trust School in Singapore. If you're from there, shout out to you. But I remember in the school itself, so you've got like, the senior school was here, the nursery kind of reception was here, and then the junior school was here. And between them all, there was like those alleyways going the whole way along it, if that makes sense. So because I was in the junior school, they had this like strip. It was like a long, really long walkway. And whenever we came out at lunch, those people, about 10 different people, they brought in their domes, like their Beyblade fighting arenas, I guess you could say. And I only realized what happened recently. So whenever you won, you were able to take the dome home, and it was your responsibility. And it was your idea to bring it in. I think it was like twice a week we did this. And what happened was, there was 10, so imagine this is the strip. There was like 10 little domes the whole way across, and people used to sit there, and they had a champion of each. They had a champion or a leader of each. And people would come over, and they would pick to see like, I think I could beat you. So they would go over, and they would try and beat them. And if you won, you became the leader, and you got the dome you were able to take home, bring back and forth and whatnot. I only realized recently that's exactly the same concept as Pokemon gyms. We had Pokemon gyms for Beyblade in my school. The jealousy is riddling through you, I know. And I remember because I won. I was the leader, I guess, of one of the ones near the right side. And I took it home and I brought it in. And there was just a line of people, all their Beyblades. People used to bring mini domes in to warm up against each other and like reconfigure their Beyblade to try and see if they can compete with me. And obviously everyone got beaten. There was just an endless cycle. And I just thought back on it, I'm like, that is the most, I don't know how to explain it. It was just so amazing in every way. And I only realized recently, it was like, we had Pokemon gyms in my school with Beyblades. Oh, do you remember when Beyblades was a thing? Back when, like, you know, simpler times in life. Back before there was really, like, mobile phones or, you know, like, crazy internet and things like that. I remember having dial-up back then. I used to play the shit out of Half-Life Blue Shift, Tomb Raider 1 back on the computer, but never really the internet. Dude, apart from Newgrounds. Shout out to Newgrounds. Ah, such a simpler time. I'm just sitting here reminiscing about back before this crazy technology we have now. Everyone with their phones, like 4 or 5-year-olds connected to the internet all the times. You know, YouTube did not exist back in 2002, to put it in perspective. I know a lot of you maybe like 10, 11, 12 now, so you were born into when YouTube was a thing. God, back in the day when YouTube wasn't a thing. Easier times. Easier times. All right, that'll be enough for that one. But next. Oh, I probably should say this. Look at my shirt. How dope is my shirt? It's a panda stormtrooper and I love it. Just in case you wonder what I'm wearing, I just have a lot of weird shirts. I feel like it's just fun that way. This is another one, and this one came because every now and again I do some videos like YouTubers react for the Fine Bros and whatnot. If you came over from the Fine Bros, hi. Thank you. But this one, it was a guy from, was it Locke? I think his name was Locke. I can't remember because it was a few weeks ago. But he told me because I went in there when I had pink hair, and now I'm going in when I had blue hair, when I had like normal, my brown hair. And he just told me something that kind of blew my mind. So you know the way people have like their, like gender, like they find out what gender their kids are basically, whether it be a girl or a guy. So, you know, some people have like baseball things where they throw this ball filled with a certain color and the guy hits it and it's either like blue or pink or whatever, depending on if it's a boy or a girl. He said something that kind of blew my mind in the sense that you could literally do a gender reveal based on my hair colors. I could be sitting there and they're wondering what, like, oh, I wonder if it's gonna be a boy or a girl. You could do this hair Or you could do that hair as a gender reveal, if it's a boy or a girl. Now, if you do that, I don't know if your partner's gonna be impressed with you or not. You know, maybe your whole family's there and you're watching me be a complete idiot as your gender reveal. You know, maybe not. If you want to, let me know, because that would be sick. If you wanted to, you could do a gender reveal with my hair colors. The more you know. All right, move on to the next one. This one I saw on Twitter, kind of like the Mike Wazowski. Actually, no, I saw that in Imager. But still, you know, the whole winker blink thing, which so many people tweeted at me going like, yo, boy, you just blew my fucking mind. So this is an interesting one. I can't find the tweet. I went back and had a little look-see, but I couldn't find it. And it was something like, if you want to go to sleep, you have to pretend to be asleep. You have to like, trick your body into thinking like you're sleeping. Like your eyes are closed, you're trying to breathe slower. You're pretending to sleep to actually go to sleep. By the end of this series, whenever the hell that is, you watching this video are not going to be able to sleep anymore. You know, with the whole one roll thing to trick your body into like, yes, I'm ready to sleep. And now that you've rolled once, you now have to pretend to be asleep to actually go to sleep. And by the end of this, I'm going to keep rattling off different things. So you have a checklist of things you have to do before you fall asleep. I'ma break you. Am I sorry? A little bit. Am I really? Nah. All right, on to the next one. Yeah. This one you might be able to relate to because I remember I asked Brian about this and Brian told me he did exactly the same thing. And I don't know why I do it, but do you ever just like, whenever you're chilling, you're looking at somewhere, like say for example, you look at like a corner of a wall and I don't know why, but you have this imaginary ball in your head, okay? And you look at the corner of the wall and you pick out angles. So you pretend to like throw this invisible ball and it like bounces off one corner onto the next. And then with gravity, it comes down a little bit, might drop onto something else. And you just look at different corners and you just imagine this invisible ball. Does this make sense? Because Brian said exactly the same thing. And I'm so glad this is like a relatable thing. I hope you can relate at home. Otherwise, you just think I'm a mental patient. I did not go to a mental asylum. Yet. I could be looking over there and I'll see it bounce off that door. It'll bounce off that little air conditioning vent. It'll maybe bounce down into the toilet that's over there. Bounce off the room to the toilet and it might hit like the edge of that shower thingy. And then bounce off onto the floor again. I'm just sitting here like, this is what I do when I'm bored. I really hope other people sort of relate to this as well. Because I've done this since I was a kid and I just never really thought of it until recently. And that's when this series comes into play because I realize how fucked I am. If you can relate to that, please let me know in the comments because I don't want to be alone. Next! This is a funny one as well. I completely forgot about it. I had this written down for quite a while. So in the last episode, if you haven't seen that episode, link in the description to the playlist. But in the last episode, I told you guys about the temper tantrum guy who was in business class, but he wanted to be in first class. And all he's banging his head against the wall and screaming and all that dumbass shit. But there was someone like 3 or 4 months ago. I was coming back. No, I was going from LA to London because what I have to do is I go from LA to London to Belfast to drive to Londonderry. That's how I do it. Or Derry. I see you, comment section. There are very few people in the comment section, but Londonderry, Derry, Door. Don't be that guy. 99% of the people would just be like, what did he just say? Don't worry about it. But I remember, because like the way I do it is I sit down beside someone and I'm like, hi, my name's Craig. I'll be sitting with you for the next 11 hours. How you doing? Whatever. There was a person I was talking to. I can't remember his name. Kind of like he's a Mexican fellow. And the way business class works is you sit this way and you got like a little slidey connecting door, like I was talking about how the guy was holding it up, to basically separate between you two. So you're facing this way and the other person is this way facing you. So you kind of like have this awkward stare most of the flight. And this guy, rudest motherfucker ever. I was mid-conversation, we were talking back and forth, and I think it just at one point he was like, nah, I'm good. There's a button that you can press to make the slider go up. And I was talking about something, I was replying to what he was saying, and he was just like, nah, I'm good. Press this slider. And I'm talking to him, and just all I see is, motherfucker blocked me off. He, in real life, blocked me like Black Mirror. It was so stupid. I'm sitting mid-conversation like, hey, how's it going? And he's just like, nah, I'm good. I'm just like, okay. I was like, was I annoying him? I was just trying to be friendly, but I got IRL blocked. It was an incredible and awful feeling all at the same time. Speaking of that, I know it's probably a little bit late in the video, but if you are going to Insomnia 61, or maybe you're thinking about it, I have a discount code. You can use the code Mini10 if you want to get 10% off your order, because me and Brian, we gonna have our own booth there, which is gonna be sick. We have limited edition merch. I'll show you guys a few photos if you haven't seen the intro I did a few videos back. We got these posters, and these t-shirts are only gonna be available at Insomnia. Maybe a very, very, very select few, whatever stock's left will sell online. That's to be decided. If you don't want to miss out on that, link in the description. Come on to Insomnia. It's in Birmingham, UK at the NEC Arena. It's like four days long, something like that. And I'll be there at my booth the entire time. So come have some fun. It's gonna be good. My first ever booth. That's gonna be cool. I've done the 3BD booth, but I've never had like a mini lad booth. So me and Brian were sharing a booth on the back of Syndicate's booth. It's gonna be so good. And the last thing I do want to talk about today is I've kind of always wanted to get something from Many Thoughts to Many animated. So let me know in the comments, like, from all the episodes and whatnot, if you want me to get one of the stories I've told animated, because it would be kind of cool to have one of my stories kind of like explained out. Because like for me, I love telling stories. Like that's why I do want to get some story-based stuff going in real life in the future. But that'll be a whole different day. Don't worry about it just yet. I'll get it sorted. But let me know down below what you guys think. If you do enjoy this type of video, please don't forget to leave a like in the video. Twitter and everything is down below. Instagram, Snapchat if you're into that, Facebook if you're into that. Follow me up on everything. Keep up to date with what I do in my weird little life. Thank you all so much for watching this video. And lads, as always, like, subscribe, all that stuff. I'll talk to you all in the next one. Can I? How do I exit out of here? Wait. What? I did it! Way more.